and welcome. I'm Marcie, best current independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and tonight is bingo night. I'm so excited to share some creations with you and play some fun games of bingo. And you could tell I was rushing in here. My husband just got home from work, so I went and said hi to him, and wow, what a mess. So welcome. I'm going to explain to those that have not played bingo, so I'm going to re-explain everything and share with you on how it works and how we do everything, and I'll explain all that to you, so hang in there. Hello, everybody. Oh, Lorraine, thank you for joining us. Chilly Delaware beaches. Oh, I turned my thing off. It is cold here today, too, and I don't know. Let me turn it back on. It is 57 degrees here. 17 degrees, whoa, in New York. So, I did kind of read everybody's stuff. Hopefully I didn't miss any questions, but welcome everybody. Bingo night is kind of a long night, so I hope you grabbed your iced tea or your drink of your choice. For those of you in the cold, some hot cocoa or whatever. And it's going to be a fun night. I have some fun announcements. February bingo is already up and posted. It is February 19th at 5 o'clock. On the 20th, I leave to go see my granddaughter in Oregon, so I'm super excited. And she has a cheer competition, so that's going to be fun to watch. And it's her birthday weekend, so we're going to go spend some time with her. My wildflower birthday class. All I can say about this class is I have finished creating it. Everything is a fancy fold. Everything in the class is a fancy fold. And it is, I think one is a fold I've done before, but it's been a long time. I did make an adjustment to it. So I'm super excited about this class. Also, just to kind of explain how I do that is, it says right there, they'll be mailed out by February 15th. So now is the time I'm going to create the kits, and I do stop the kits at a certain number. So if you're interested, I hope you sign up for it. It is going to be so much fun. You're basically going to almost get the full package of DSP and ephemera pieces. I will send you all the DSP and ephemera pieces for the class. Okay, so if you purchase the suite from me, you're going to have extras to make more for yourself. That will get you the class for free, because you do need the bundle to do your stamping and maybe some die cutting with it. So you will need the bundle. But the paper and the ephemera I'm going to provide for you, which is why the class is a little bit more expensive this time. Number one, the paper's more expensive. The cost of postage has gone up, I don't know how many times since I've raised my prices last. So just that all incorporated, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go up. It's only $10 more, but you're pretty much getting the full package. You'll get everything provided for that. There's going to be a long PDF because there's going to be a lot of measurements, but I will have everything ready for you to create the card. So I'm super excited about this class. And it is so beautiful, this suite, so you will not be sorry to purchase it. Let's see what else. So I'm going to mail it out by the 15th, but I'm going to be creating those kits as soon as possible so I can get it. It does take me a long time to get things ready for the classes and cut. How many cards do we make in the Wildflower birthday class? There will be 4 cards, possibly 5. But I think what I might do is make the 5th one a thank you card that is going to be like a bonus card that you're going to make. And I'll do that on video for you also, because it's such a great, again, another fancy fold. So I want to make sure that you get your money's worth, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So 4 to 5, but I'm thinking 5 is going to be your thank you card from me, but it'll be all the pieces to create it, and I'll also do that on video for you and provide you with everything, because I'd rather you see how it's created and made, and the measurements and everything will be on the PDF for you also. So kind of a bonus card there. Thank you for liking and sharing. I really, really appreciate that very much. Let's see. Remember that this class, the video for the class is a private video, so it will be only for those that pay for the class. For this particular, all my classes are usually for those that pay. I may pick and choose a project out of those to do a video on later, and it will be probably a different suite or something that I use, because obviously I like to do different fancy folds, but I really like to do them in a class. We are at an appointment for my husband. Oh, I hope you get home soon. Tea for you. -1, Deb. Ooh, too cold. Can't wait to see the fancy folds. Oh, good. Thanks, Patsy. I want to make sure I don't have any questions. If you need your numbers, let me know right away so that I can get those for you. I received my paper share today. Yay, Stacy. Another announcement. I do have 2 paper shares still left. So they are all individually packaged, labeled, everything with your number on them. They're very nicely packaged. So, oh good, Paula, you got your paper share today too. Yay. When do we check our numbers? It's been a long time since the last bingo. Marilyn, let me give you your numbers for you. Let me see. Marilyn. Why don't I see your numbers? Because it is... All right, let me double check, Marilyn, on your bingo here. Let me go over here and check. Why don't I show you? Let me just double check here and pull that up. Sometimes when I switch screens during a video, it gets a little wonky, but let's see. I should have checked on my phone. It's probably a little faster that way. Marilyn, I do not show you for January's bingo. The last bingo I show for you was November. So if you are interested in the bingo, let me see here. My YouTube is wonky right now. There is still some bingos available. So if you are interested, there are still bingos available to anybody that's interested. So make sure you subscribe right away and give me your numbers. Let's see. Carmen, let's see if you are signed up. I know it's been a while, you guys. Yes, you are, Carmen. Your numbers are 5, 10, 16, 22, 27. 5, 10, 16, 22, 27. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Carrie. She said that I'm very generous with my paper share and it's well worth the price. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see. So I have, I think, 2 paper shares left. I have January bingo. A couple people actually sent me their registration and then they re-registered and paid closer to the date, which is what I said was fine. So that's why you were on, a couple people were on my list twice. I double checked it, made sure they didn't want 2 bingos because that does happen. And so now I have, I think, 5 or 4 bingos left. So if you're registering tonight, make sure you give me your numbers. Margie, your numbers are 7, 25, 6, 23, and 29. 7, 25, 6, 23, 29. Kathy, I do have you registered, Kathy. Your numbers are 26, 18, 15, 4, and 9. Yes, Glenetta. Your numbers 1, 13, 28, 12, and 7. And thank you for the reminder that it's Glenetta because your screen name throws me off. But I think I might have remembered this time. But thank you for the reminder. All right, let's see what else. I told you about the wildflower class. With that, you will get a PDF. You will get a private video link. You will get the kits for your cards. And my plan is to get them mailed out February the 15th. As soon as the video is done and I mail the kits out, then I attach the links to the purchase if I still have some left. If you've already registered or have registered before I did my video links and everything, I will email all that to you, so don't worry. If it's after the fact, and I will announce it on my videos and post it on my Facebook page, it will be in your receipt. On your receipt from me, it'll say PDF, and then below that link, your PDF will be really small below the video link. It's kind of a wonky thing my blog does. You just some browsers allow you to click on it and takes you to the PDF, and some you have to copy and put it up in your browser and it'll take it. It's weird. I don't know why. You're very welcome. You look at could I get just the PDF and video link, please? Yes, I'll post that. I will post it when I have the video link and the PDF. I will post it separately for international for sale. Also, my blog is getting worked on to be able to offer those as two in one post as two separate things. It's coming. It hasn't happened yet, so it will. Can I please get a paper share? Kathy, down below there's a link that says paper share. As long as you click on it and go to purchase it, and there still says they're available, because I know I've had some purchases since the video started and I didn't look to see what they were. But it should be a link below. So just click on that and register. And once you purchase it, it takes it out of my quantity control, you know, kind of quantity control. It'll take it out of there. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. So now let me explain a little bit about bingo for the new people. I think that was all the announcements that I had. Yep. Okay, so how bingo works is we're going to play 4 bingo games. I will do the first project first. So we will create a project, and then I'll go to the first bingo. And the first bingo is when we'll play the bingo, and I call a number that is your number. Make sure if you're new, let me double check the new people. I want to make sure I didn't check before, and I should have. To make sure you did 1 through 30, which 1 did, 2 did, and 3 did. Yes, so you're all good. What you'll do is when I call one of your numbers, you put a B in the chat. Make sure you're signed on to your Google account. You want to make sure you're on your Gmail, that you're able to comment on the bingo. And you're going to put a B and hit enter. And then I would type BI and have it ready to go. When I call your second number, you're going to hit enter so I can see BI. And I know you have 2 numbers. And then continue on. BIN, be ready to go. Once I call your third number, hit enter, and so on. Especially the last one, when you're ready to hit bingo, have it all typed ready to go. And so it's going to be consecutive. So don't just put B and then just put I. Put BI, BIN, and so on. It's the first person that hits enter that gets a bingo that you will get the bingo. And it's the first person wins bingo that calls it. The second person that calls it can get a consolation prize, which is just something that I will send out to you with your bingo package. Or you can opt out of it and you can choose to continue trying for a bingo. Okay, so you can opt out of the consolation prize and try to continue on. Make sure you are on live chat, not top chat. Thank you for the reminder. Sherry, thank you very much for the reminder. And make sure that if you go out and you come back in, make sure you grab your bar that's at the bottom, the red bar at the bottom. Make sure you drag it all the way over and you are caught up to the live chat. Because what happens is sometimes when you go out and you come back in, then you will be behind. Okay? You will be behind the chat and bingo's already on, and then you're going to say B and we're finishing up bingo. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are caught up to the current time and make sure you're on live chat. Okay, those are 2 very important things. Let's see. So what happens after bingo, if you win a bingo, so there's going to be 4 winners. If you win a bingo, then you will need to email me your order. You will win $100 from me in my shop, in my Stampin' Up store. You don't want to go to my store and shop directly with a bingo winning, because I'm going to pay the first $100. So you're going to send me your order. I'm going to put your order in. I'll screenshot it for you, show you what your total is. Obviously, I do really appreciate if you go to the 150, because number one, you're going to go to, you're going to get the Stampin' Rewards. You're going to get celebration items. So anything in your order, I will put in for you. So make sure you give me your celebration items, and make sure you give me your Stampin' Rewards if you're over the $150. And I will screenshot the totals and everything for you. I will send it to you with an invoice from PayPal telling you what the difference is. So let's say you put a $150 order in. With everything, your orders, let's say it's $172. Then I will send you an invoice for $72. And so once you pay that to me, I go back into my into your order under my shop, submit the order, and it gets shipped directly to you. Can I get paper share also? Yeah, babe, down below there's a link. As long as it's still available. If 2 people have already purchased the paper share, then it's going to tell you there's none available. So as long as you go on and register and pay, it should still be available. Let's see. Where is live chat? So Jane, up above the chat, it should say live chat with a little drop down arrow, and there's an X there to X out of chat. Don't hit that. Do the drop down. It'll change from there's top chat, live chat, and then there's fan funding. So just make sure you're on live chat is what you want to be on. Oh, Sherry answered. Thank you. Let's see. What else? I want to make sure. Well, don't miss anything. There's no link. Oh, there should have been. Then, Kathy, if you go to my blog up at the top, it says bingo/classes/paper share, I think. Click on that, or hover on that and click on it, and then it's in there. And then click on the text below the picture, and that'll take you to the registration. And because I already have all of your guys' addresses and everything from bingo, right now, just to make it quick, just go ahead and add it to the cart and pay for it. That's the quickest way, because I don't need your addresses and stuff today. I already have them from bingo. All right, so that should work. All right. And then Stampin' Up will send your stuff directly to you, and you'll get your stuff. I do not send the kits out ahead of time because I like to make sure everything's in your kit. So I'm creating from the kits tonight. And so if I'm missing something in the kit, that gives me tonight to make sure I get it in your kit before I mail them out. So they're already packaged and ready to go. I've got your labels all ready to go. And so they should go out tomorrow, as long as there isn't a big... there should be a link, Stacy, down below when you hit more on the chat below. Hit more on the discussion down below the video. And then it should have February's bingo, and my should be paper share, and should be, I'm surprised if it's not there, and it should be the wildflower class. Make sure I am registered for bingo. Angelique, yes, your numbers are 6, 30, 27, 1, and 80. Hopefully you found the links below. Does anybody else see the links below? They should be there. Let me open up, edit video. Oh, I don't want to edit video. I want to open up. Okay, hold on one second. If you click on more, yeah, so if you click on more below in the description, because I'm clicking on it right now, and I can see it all. And they're all there. So hopefully you guys can see them all. Am I the only one? I am only getting the November bingo to sign up. Marilyn, you should click below on January bingo. Let me double check. Yeah, and it should be listed there below. Yes, it's there. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Marilyn, if you click on more under the description below, and then you can click on January, and then just make sure you give me your numbers. Also, I'm going to be able to, I'm going to do a card first, and then I'll just double check back with everybody and make sure if you signed up for tonight's bingo, then I can get your numbers. Yeah, click the, thank you, Sherry. Can you tell me my numbers just to confirm I've got the right ones? Okay, so Carolina. Carolina Ramirez, 25, 12, 4, 14, and 6. Marva. And some people ask me, why do I start at 5? Because I have people from California coming home from work and trying to hurry up and get home. And so going over all of this gives them a little bit of time. Marva, your numbers are 6, 7, 20, 12, and 29. And for those of you that want to make sure of your numbers or whatever, please don't hesitate messaging me throughout the day of bingo or the day before bingo. I can get them for you. You are welcome. They should also be on your receipt. So when you get a receipt back from me from registering, there's a little CSV file. If you click on that, it fills out everything that you gave me, including your numbers. You found it. We're able to register. Okay, good. All right, everybody, let's get started with project number 1. We will check back and double check to make sure if there's any new people. Make sure you give me your numbers, but I will ask them after the first project. Ooh, I'm so excited to show you guys. So let's get started. Yay. So the first project, we're going to use the Delightful Wishes. We are going to use this stamp set and die. All right, so what I'm going to do is when I open up the package and show you what I've got and what we're creating, this is going to be exactly what you're going to be getting in the mail, okay? So here is project number 1, and this is the card we're going to create. And for bingo purposes, I did a little bit of stuff ahead of time, and I'll show you what that is as we go along. So these have been packaged for a while, so now I'm like, oh, I got to remember exactly what I did. I did do a little bit of pre-coloring, so it doesn't take so long during the bingo. All right, so this is project 1 you're going to pull out. And I'm going to set all this stuff aside. 2 things I want you to be very careful of. You have 3 teeny tiny, they are called tiny bees. They should be called teeny tiny bees because we have 3 of them. Okay, so we're going to set our bees up aside. You're going to have a Post-it note. And inside this Post-it note, you're going to find your dotted I's. I hope. I hope they're going to be there and you can find it. Marva, your numbers 6, 7, 20, 12, and 29. All right, so we're going to set those aside for right now. And I am going to pull in. You're going to notice your flowers are white, okay? All of your flowers are white. And these images here are going to be Lemon Lolly, but I colored mine, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to do 1 coloring of these, and this is exactly what I did for all of these. So we have our 3 flowers. We have our centers of our flowers. They're Lemon Lolly on one side, and you're going to notice I colored them on the other side. And I colored all of those. So you'll color this Lemon Lolly, and you're going to color this with Peach. So let's show, we're going to do that now. So let me move all that stuff aside. I didn't think you needed to watch me color all of them because you're going to do the exact same thing. So I want Lemon Lolly and Peach to start off with. So let's start with our lemon. Oh, that went right on my shirt. Luckily, it's blue and it's water-based, but we're just going to take a baby wipe. Woohoo! All right, so here we go. A little bit of lemon lolly on my shirt. Okay, we're going to take lemon lolly. Is it lemon lolly, lolly, lemon? Lemon lolly. I always say it wrong. And we're going to get a little bit, and we're just going to brush this. Why do I do this? Number one, I like that it gives it a little bit more texture. If that was lemon lolly and peach pie, they would be so stark, and it wouldn't just have that blended kind of waterish color look. So I like this better on white. I tell you guys all the time, I prefer white. Plus, when I have, when I'm cutting them out, or when my helper Stephanie is cutting them out, it's nice to just have white paper, put all the dies on, and cut them out. So for two reasons. Number one, it's easier to cut them out. If I did want to stamp these, like you've known before that I do, I will take and lay these all on a white piece of paper, cut them all out, and then I can use them as my template to take all these pieces and put back in to stamp. But I'm not going to do that this time because I don't know that you guys have this stamp set or not, so I choose to try to do it without stamping. You definitely could stamp some of these flowers if you want. Like this is a stamp with a flower, but you notice there's not all of the other ones, but you do have these that are really, really pretty too. So this one's not really a stamping part of the set anyway, so we are doing this. So now we need peach, and I'm going to move this away from the yellow. Remember, this is lemon lolly paper here. That's never happened to you. I don't think I've ever done that, to be honest. That's pretty funny. All right, so we're going to take peach, and you don't want it super dark, but I want to definitely add some color to this to change it up from, oh, I should have showed you the difference. Okay, so here's the difference. Okay, so let me see if I can turn my other light on here and close my dark windows. All right, so a little more light. So, well, you really can't tell too much, but you can definitely tell that this has texture to it versus this is just solid yellow. And you might not, if the light is too much light, I can turn that other one back off. Just let me know. All right, so I have a little more over there. I'm going to come back over this way and add just a little more, but I like that it's got some different textures to it. So we're going to put that down. The next thing we're going to do is I've already done these two little centers, except I've got to turn them over because you can't see. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so this is pecan pie, and this is pecan pie brushed with a little pecan pie, so you can see the difference. Oh, I should tell you guys too, is I do have my color changing polish on, so you'll notice that it'll get lighter and darker. So don't think it's your screen. I kind of like to wear this kind of polish. It's fun. All right, but my husband always says, "Oh, are you cold?" Because he can tell my polish gets really light. I mean, really dark when I'm warm, and no, dark when I'm cold and light when I'm warm. Okay, so I did those two. So now I'm going to take this and just do it on my branch. So I'm just adding a little bit of color just to give it a little more depth and kind of fun. Instead of just this, you've got this kind of cool, different looks to it. Oh, I had somebody message me today and ask about my painting. Yes, we're still painting. We did take 2 days off. We went and bought more paint. My husband's smart and said, you know, if we buy a little at a time, we don't have to keep mixing it up. We just buy it and it's already mixed. And when we bring it home from the store, which is kind of smart, we don't have to have a wet stick from, mixing it up. So we've been doing that. We haven't bought the bathroom paint yet. That's a whole different kind of paint. Yay! But it's looking good, and my new wallpaper's coming tomorrow. Yay! It's funny how I'm enjoying the wallpaper. Because I didn't think I would ever do wallpaper again, but it's so pretty. All right, so let's get our wishing together. So all of our coloring here is done. Now, this little sentiment is from this set. Okay, this little skinny one here, which is, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a little hard to line up to stamp because it's such a small label. So be aware of that and practice. Make sure you're where your stamp's at. Hopefully you have this set because it's just so pretty. All right, this is the tiniest word in the world, so it's so thin. So I'm going to use my tweezers. And I like to go somewhere where I don't really care. Okay, first of all, I like to do it like this. If I'm going to hold this right here to put on here, that's where I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to turn it over and put my glue on. So I'm just going to first, okay, I'm going to put it on, and you don't need a whole lot. Remember, the word is very tiny, but this glue is very powerful. So we don't need a crazy amount. As long as you have it here and there to adhere, then I think it's going to be just fine and attached. So like I'm not even, I squeezed it at first down here, but now I'm really not squeezing it. I'm just kind of like barely squeezing, just so I can get enough out, because it will stick just fine. All right, so this is a little thicker, and I want to make sure I get a little at the top. So that's, I think, enough, except I didn't get any right here, which probably wouldn't be a problem. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to start with my W, line it up. I'm going to hold it here and push the S together. So this pushes in, so your H ends up in the right spot. And then everything else should fall right in. It's pushing that S in right here. So hold it here and push it. That way your S gets where it should go, so your H will go down. All right, so now, hi staff, glad you made it. Okay, so now here's the important part. Is we've got our little Post-it note with our little, make sure they're not upside down. That one's upside down, that one's not. You'll see the concave on it. I'm going to use my pokey tool. Use your take pick tool or whatever you have. I'm going to just add, well, first I'm going to put my glasses on because we are talking micro working here. I'm going to add, in fact, I'm going to pick up that glue right here and just add a little dot. I'm not squeezing anything out. I'm going to use this because you don't need a lot. And I'm going to add a little right there. It's such a tiny, tiny, tiny dot. And remember, it's stuck on the adhesive to the Post-it note. There's no adhesive on the dot, but there probably is on my pokey tool. So now, is this like surgery or what? But I saw, I think it was Pixie that did her dots in a Post-it note, and I thought, wow, that's brilliant. Actually, somebody had told me that, so I went and watched one of her videos, and I think it happened to be one that she did do her Post-its with her little eyes and her little pieces. I don't think it was an eye, it was something small though. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. All right, so there we go. So there is our wishing. Stephanie, they were a pain to keep track. Used it several times already. Love the sweet. I use an adhesive sheet. Yeah, I like to do the adhesive sheets also. But when I do them in bingo, I've done it, but somehow it slides in the mail and then it gets stuck on stuff, and I don't like it getting stuck because then it can ruin your stuff. So I'm actually going to leave this in here, and we're going to stamp this, which is oh, where am I? Wishing. So it's wishing, and then you a happy birthday. So I'm using this one right here. Wishing you a happy birthday. We're going to do that in Balmy Blue. All right, so we're going to do that. And I like to take my stamp and just kind of stamp it. Make sure there's no hairs on it or whatever, and just kind of make sure it's a good stamp. Hopefully my head's not in the way. Oh, this is easier than I thought because it is polymer, so that's good. There we go. Wishing you a happy birthday. Hi, Carol. How are you? All right, so there's this. Now, let's put our card base together. You know I like to start with the inside, so let's do that. We're going to take the white, and I did the vellum because I had a scrap that was perfect, and so we're going to do that. And I'm going to do it with, where is it? My seal. Okay, so one of the things to look at on the vellum, this side, you can tell that the print is on the back side because this side's nice and soft. And then this side looks like the vellum was painted on this side. And I actually really like this side for this card. So I'm going to put the side up that looks like it's painted, where this side looks like it's a little frosted because it's on this side. I'm going to put the print side up. But both are really pretty. It's just a matter of what you're looking for. As soon as I can get my tape to start rolling, it would be better. All right. I just put that right across the bottom. And of course, this is usually measured at 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. And then this was just a scrap piece, but it's usually 1/4 of an inch. You can also turn it over if you want, but I like the contrast of the difference there. And I just like to line that right up. All right, and then if you need to trim a little, which I do, I try to make them just a little bit longer, just to make sure that they fit, because, you know, when you cut paper, sometimes you can just be on this side of the line or that side of the line. And we are going to adhere that here. Okay, Marilyn, I got your registration. Just let me know what your numbers are. All right, we're going to add that right here. And now we'll add this on the inside. And I do the videos fairly quickly if I can, because I know bingo's a long night. So for those of you, when you get your kits, you come back, this video will stay live, and then you can go at your own pace, do one at a time, do number 4 first, whatever. And that way, it's the video's always here. And I'm going to tell you on number 4, when you get it, or actually any of these that you want to maybe recreate, measure them and write them down. I don't usually give measurements. It takes way too long on a video. But for bingo night, because it's such a busy night. But you get everything. I don't do a PDF for bingo. You get it in your little hand, so you can just, you know, measure them out. And those of you that didn't do bingo, you can kind of see, you know, the difference of sizes and stuff, and hopefully you can figure it out. All right, so there's that. Now, I did not pop this one up because we're popping everything else up. So let's go ahead and add the vellum. See, print side up for me onto our white card base. I can tell you this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Oh, you know what? I'm going to retake that back. I believe this is 4, and let me tell you why. This is 4 by 5 1/4. if I am doing any kind of a DSP as the first base, I'm going to do 4 so I can get 6 out of a sheet. Okay, I rarely do a DSP or glimmer paper or anything like that in the back as a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because it throws off the whole 6 per page. I want to get the most of my money out of those papers. So I would normally start with a 4, which just gives us a little more space around, which is fine. And then we're going to put that on here. I wanted to see more of that paper, which is why this went smaller. Okay, so as you notice, this is 4. This is going to be more than a quarter, so you know you can kind of figure that part out. Because I wanted to see more of the DSP paper, in this case the vellum. So kind of, you know, think about those kinds of things when you're, especially when you're mass producing. I want as much as my use out of my paper as I can. Because if I did 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, I would have a bunch of this paper left over and not be able to mass produce, you know, more out of that. So, all right, so there's our card base. Okay, you did not pop this up because everything on top of this is going to be popped up. Let's see. Yeah, the suite is gorgeous. I'm trying to read also and comment. Okay, so what I did is we're going to add the word wishing first because then it kind of gives us an idea of where everything else can kind of fit in. So let's go ahead, and I did pop this up. So we are going to take our mini dimensionals, and I am going to take my older scissors, which I do not know where they are. So we're just going to pull another pair in. These, and we are going to cut up, which these have some cut on them already. I like to cut up my dimensionals here so we can grab little pieces of dimensional and put them on here. So there's one. These are the little bit fatter ones, so I'm going to go there, and then we're going to go down here. So what you'll notice is, I didn't think about it at the time, but I'm going to recut a couple more, but I'm going to cut to the right or to the left. So I'm cutting over to the left so that these are smaller than these are. I know it's really hard to tell because it's so dark, but my right hand's getting warm. That usually what happened. My right hand gets warmer than my left. My left is always cold, but my right hand gets warmer. So it looks weird because it looks like I'm wearing 2 different polishes, but I'm not. My nail lady just cracks up every time she's doing my hands because when she files, it turns light. But as soon as I go wash my hands and come back, they're dark. All right, so let's put this thin one right down here. And I usually will put it right inside the G there, where it kind of curves a little bit, so that it gives me some more space. And now I have bigger ones I can put in because we have plenty of space. We don't need them everywhere, but I kind of like to put it, I'm going to do as many as I can. All right, so that looks good. That looks good. And I think I'm going to put a tiny one right there. This one's pretty small. Let's see. And if it's not small enough, then what I do is I run the clock. So I'm guessing I'm still here because it says it's connected now. All right, that's weird. And my computer was just restarted and rebooted. It's all in good shape, so we'll see. All right, so there we go. See, we cut off that tip and now it fits perfectly. So let's bring this in. All right, let's take all this off. I could have put these dimensionals on ahead of time. I thought I was so ahead of the game coloring a little bit of this stuff earlier, but should have done this too. That's funny. So for those that didn't listen to my nail polish, it's color changing. It's temperature changing is what they call it. So if it's hot, my hands get warm, they get lighter. And when they're cold, they get darker. And this hand's cold. Okay. Okay, so I see a little bit of my dimensional there. So I'm going to go in at an angle. And I'm going to cut that tip off because I don't want to see it. All right. And we're going to put this right about, I want this in a little bit. This is, as long as it's on the DSP, I'm good. And then angle it. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is put our branch in. So I'm going to put the branch right about here with the tip going to there and then up to the W. Okay. So right about there. So we're going to glue that down. Again, you don't need a whole lot of glue. Luckily, we have amazing glue that sticks just fine. Gives you a little bit of time for some wiggle room, and then thank you so much for playing bingo, you guys, and welcome to the new people that have not done bingo before. All right, so we're going to put this down here and the tip. All right, so I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to put our flowers together. So you should have them all colored. This one. I make sure you poke out the little center pieces. You don't want that on there. All right, so on this little one, you're going to have this opening towards the bottom, and then this right here towards the bottom. So that's going to go on here. So let's go ahead and glue that. And the best way to go and figure out how these get adhered is I go back into the catalog. Look in the catalog. Also, go online. If they're, I mean, I say catalog. Online or in the catalog, whatever. There's pictures online with the stamp set. Make sure you scroll the pictures that show up with the bundle or the suite. And look at all of them, because there's different ones showing different kinds of flowers, and then that gives you an idea of how things are attached. Okay, this one is going to go on the leaf over here. This one is going to go on this tip over here. So I'm going to start with this tip. That's going to go right there. Okay, I'm going to hold that and then pull that down a little bit. And then that's going to go right up there. So that one falls in, that one goes to there. Okay, so everything, I'm going to push this one up a little bit. I'm a little tiny bit off. There we go. All right, so there's that one. So just set that one aside. We're going to do the large one. And I think this one goes like this. No, let me see. I'm trying to see how I did it, so let me look. Okay, so this one right here, let me make sure how I did it. So I can show you, I can tell you, oh, I think it goes this way. Okay, so the one that has a little notch right here and the one that has a little point in it. You see how that little point is right there? So that little point's going to come down. With the foam adhesive sheet, you know, I don't think the foam adhesive sheet would work on the top part because it's so thin. It probably could work on the back part, on the white part. That's the easy part. It's the green going on there, but it might work on that. It's just really thin in some spots. And sometimes I think it gets a little iffy when you do that. All right, so we're going to add our adhesive here. I like to do the little dot method, except in the bigger spots I add a little more glue, but in the little tiny spots the dots work great. Okay, and now grab a corner. Okay, I've got my little point down here, and that's where this one goes. Where am I? Right here. All right, so this one should go right there. You can see the little grooves that go right onto where those grooves are. Okay, matches perfectly. And then that one matches. This little point right here, this little point right here goes right into that little point. Okay, and then everything else should fall in. So as long as you put these little grooves right here and that little point right there, everything should fall in into place. Okay, so there's that one. We'll set that aside. Now we're going to come in with our 3 flowers. Oh, I think my husband's painting again. Okay, so now you're going to see kind of the pointy leaf right here. It kind of comes down to a little, like a little point. I'm going to put those all going the same way. Okay, these are the same. This one, what did I do? This way. Let's see, we've got this one. Okay, so we've got kind of a point there, but you've got this flat edge over here, and then a flat edge right here. So flat edge here, excuse me, flat edge here, and flat edge there. So that, and honestly, I don't think it really matters. I kind of dissected it. Oh, here it is. And then this is going to go like this. So let me show you. I'm going to put this on. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to have bingo. I have so much fun on bingo night. And I love creating the projects. All right, let me see. Where are my tweezers? All right, and so they're just kind of in the middle here. This is the middle of your flower. So I'm going to angle it a little bit more. My grandson came over today and he was like all oohing and awing about the paint. He was like, oh, I get to see your paint. Of course, all our furniture's moved around everywhere, and he wanted to play the Oculus because he doesn't get to play it at home. And but we had stuff all over our living room, so I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen today. Baby Brewer, my new grandchild, had a doctor's appointment today, and so did his mom. So my son took Brewer to the doctor, and so I had to go pick up Grayson. It was early release day today, so I got to go pick him up from school. He was happy. He got apples and peanut butter for a snack today, so he was, because I had green apples, that made his day. All right, so there we go for those. I'm going to add a tiny dimensional to my brown pieces. I was thinking I was able, yes, to put a full one there, and then we're going to take a portion of a small one. So let me find this small one here. Let's see if this is small enough. And we're going to put it right on this one here. I think we're okay there. If I need to trim it, I can. I am going to do a tiny, tiny bit here at the end. Make sure you don't get your paper snipped. All right, so these are done. Yay, almost done. All right. Yeah, these are one of those little puzzle sets that you're trying to figure out, right? Seeing how they fit. So I researched the pictures, and that's kind of what I figured out was best. All right, so I like to put it like I had it when I glued the top part on. And then this, it really doesn't matter, to be honest. Oh, you know what? One thing I did forget. Where's my stamp set? So one of the things I did, and I've already put adhesive on the back of these, but I took out the little speckled centers of your flowers. This one right here. I took that out and I put it on a little block. And then I took pecan pie, so it basically is just color on color. And I took the large one. So I'm just going to get the ink on the large one. Oops, where did my flower go? Oh, it's right here. And you know what? I'm going to put it on my flower first because I've already put my dimensional on. And it doesn't really matter how you put it on. I'm just going to put it on. But I would stamp it obviously before you adhere it. But I'm going to do it here. And just add that little center there. It just adds a little bit more there. So I added that one. And then this one's so tiny, I'm just going to go with the little one and just, I'm going to do it 2 times. Once over here and once over here. I'm going to press kind of hard because I've already got my dimensional on there too. So it just adds a little bit more texture there for you. All right. So let's do that. All right. So yay. I didn't want to forget that part. Now the other thing that you need to do is we need to do our leaves. And so again, this just kind of goes in the center like that, however you want to do it. We're going to pop this up with our dimensionals. And I think 2 is plenty. So let's put that right here. Let's see, right here. All right, and it really doesn't matter. I try to add a large dimensional if I can. So what I did is I try to put the points down the side of the flower, as long as you can get a point down there, and then the rest should fall in just fine with the larger dimensionals. So I just kind of, as long as you're missing, you do, oops, that one's wonky. All right, that one should be okay. Yeah. And then this one. So when you go through there, just make sure that your sides are not showing, and if it's straight, you should be okay. There we go. Yep, okay, so those are fine. And then this one. And I'm going to do one here and one here. All right, this one I'm going to put over here. And I'm just going to kind of put it right there. Let's add this one here. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. So sorry. Hi, Olivia. I forget sometimes that I go in on some views. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so there is that. Okay. Now let's take our, we're going to pull this down a little bit. I'm going to pull this one back off. Let's put our sentiment on first. All right, we're going to put this on with dimensionals, but we're going to be careful about where we want to put them because it's going to intertwine with the words and stuff. So I know for sure we're going to put one on, oh, we can do full size here. We can put one on this end, okay? And then we're going to put one probably about here. And then on the end, we're going to put one, but it's going to go right about here. So I'm going to put one right there. Okay, so that way we can have our words here. It crosses over, okay, and then goes there. So be aware of that. You want to make sure that this one's sticking here first. Everything else will work out. But I'm going to put one right there too, which means I can put one right about there. That keeps beeping, saying disconnected, connected, disconnected, connected. I'm going to turn the sound off because I can tell the timer's still going. So, all right, we're going to go right here. Make sure it's straight. I'm going to go right about there. Okay, so there's that. Now let's put this one back in. All right. So beware, like you can tell right here that this branch comes down farther than what this one did, and that's fine. We're going to put that one right here. All right. So just be mindful of whatever works for you. I should have been paying attention that this one came down a lot farther, but that's okay. All right, so in your kit, you are going, oh, we need our leaves. I pre-stamped the leaves, you guys. So the leaves are just Old Olive. And I pre-stamped them because, you know, you guys pretty much know how to stamp leaves, I hope. And they're the leaves from the set. So I'm just going to add one mini dimensional on each leaf. All right, I'm going to put this one down a little bit versus up like that one was, because I'm going to fill in that space a little. We're going to put this one up here. Oops, here we go. Up here and out. This one is going to go right here. Okay, so just kind of put them wherever. Now we're going to do our dimensionals. Now these are glue dots that are micro glue dots, which are perfect for these little guys. Stampin' Up! Does not sell them. Just look for micro glue dots. Or you could always roll our glue dots. That works fine too. I just happen to have some of these, so I'm going to use them. Oops. These little guys are little and they are so cute. For any flower set, I think they're adorable. All right, so we're going to take our little bee. I'm going to put one right here on our leaf. I'm going to put one right down here, and then I'm going to have one coming towards the flowers over here, kind of filling in that spot. And then you are going to receive a full package of the iridescent faceted gems, which is one of my favorites. And if you've played stuff before or been in classes, you probably have tons of these from me, because they're usually in my classes. And I don't always remember what I gave away the month before or 2 months before or whatever. So you probably got a lot of these because I use them quite a bit. All right, so there we go. That is card number 1, everybody. So it seems like, you know, a lot, but really it's just, you know, like I said, start out with the white, color it, because it is so nice to just have white. It's easier to die cut. I think they look a little bit better. Anyone else having problems with sound going in and out? Uh-oh. Are you still having troubles? Glad you said, Marva. I thought it was just me. Oh no, you guys, I'm sorry. Hopefully that fixes itself. Screen froze too. Now issues with sound. Oh boy. All right. Screen frozen, now issues. Okay, can you guys hear me now? I feel like I'm on a phone commercial. 25 and 27. Marilyn, I got your numbers. Okay, let me scroll back down and see. Okay, now it's okay now. You know what, you guys? I think it was my third-party program that I do my videos through. It went out and then it came back on. It says, although the time hasn't stopped, it was interrupted. It says it goes on and off. Okay, if you guys need me to repeat something, let me know. It's going in and out still. No problems in Bowie. Okay, good. Still going in and out. It keeps going in and out. That's weird. I don't know why. I haven't done anything different. Well, I did mute my computer, the sound. I'm going to turn that back on and see if that... It's never fixed. I mean, still going in and out. And our weather is fine. I don't know why. Check local internet too. Weird. Okay, I'm going to continue on, you guys, but luckily you can see the bingham numbers. Oh, that's weird. I wonder why. I haven't changed anything. And my computer rebooted and everything, so it should be all... Okay, a lot of people, your sound is good. Mine is fine on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to continue on, you guys. I don't know what's going on, but Marilyn, I have your numbers. I have 6, 11, 15, 25, and 27 for you. Let me put this aside over here so we can get our numbers going for bingo. Was there anybody else that paid for bingo tonight, for tonight's bingo? I believe there's still a couple left. If you've paid for them for tonight, let me know, because I'm not going to my email to check. So if you did pay and registered, let me know what your numbers are. It could be receiving and having problems. This happens to another live I watched earlier today. Oh, Marcie, I'm not having a problem in Canada. Okay, it's perfect. Okay, Marilyn, thank you. Okay, it's signed. You signed out and back on, and now it's fine. Okay, good. Sorry about that, guys. You can never know with technology, right? I went out and came back on, and now it's good. Okay, good. So sorry. All right, let me move these out of the way. So that's card number 1. I'm going to keep it aside here to share later and put this behind me. Woohoo! Time for bingo. I am super excited. The next project, oh, so pretty. I'm going to have to change my numbers in here soon when all my colors start changing again. Okay, now it's all good in Colorado. Okay, good. Now it's fine. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know why. All right, so now we're getting ready for bingo. Good luck, everybody. First number is 26. 26 is the first number. I'm going to put my colors back here. And you'll notice I do go a little faster at the beginning for when we are doing bingo, because it takes a while for people to hit bingo, and we're just going to go a little quick on the first numbers. Number 30. If you went out and came back in, don't forget to make sure you're on live chat. And also make sure that you pull your bar and pull it all the way over. You want to make sure you are caught up to date. Oh, your numbers, Barb. 2, 10, 18, 22, 25. 2, 10, 18, 22, 25. Barb, those are your numbers. Let me clean my thing here a little bit. All right. Number 17. For those of you that didn't play bingo this month, and maybe you're interested in next month, there's a link below in my description for February bingo. I hope you will join us. Number 1. I do only make a certain amount of kits just to get a head start on kit making, because as you could see, my kits are pretty detailed. Number 18. And then that way I can get the kits all made in time for bingo, because I have other things going on at the same time, and I want to make sure that I can get all the kits made. Number 10. And thank you so much to Stephanie for helping me create the kits. Thank you so much, Twyla. I appreciate you very, very much. Deborah, some others were having issues with the voice. Maybe go out and come back in. That seems to fix everybody's issue. A lot of people aren't having issues. Some are. Number 25. Okay, we've got lots of BIs. BIs. Jane, first time. It has a BIN. Angelique, BIN. Number 2. Yay, Eileen's on the board. Kathy, Mary, Margie, Rose. Number 20. I think that's the number 1 thing to remember, is if you have to go back out, even if you switch screens and your bingo screen still is up and you come back for whatever reason, it delays it a little bit. So make sure you grab that bar and pull it forward so you're current, especially during bingo time. Bay with BIN. Ooh, Virginia has BING. Number 15. Sherry with the B-I-N. 29. Marva with the B and Gwen B. Carolina. Marilyn, all with the B. Number 8. And now I start slowing down just a little bit because we have 2 B-I-N-Gs. So Jane. Yay, look at the first timers. Number 16. And remember, it is the first person that says bingo. So even if somebody has bingo here, but this person calls bingo, then this person gets it. Whoever types bingo in first gets the bingo. So it's really important to pay attention. And I try to, it's the first one that shows up on my screen, number 24. All right, number 3. Yay! Spirited Grace, finally in the race. Sarah with the B-I-N, Anna with the B-I, number 21. Yay, Cheryl, she's in the race now. Number 4. Carol with the B-I-N. Ooh, Sarah, B-I-N-G. Stephanie has B-I-N-G. Number 5. Kathy with the B-I-N-G. Oh, Stephanie has bingo, she says. Let's take a look. 1, 3, 21, 24, and 30. Congratulations, Stephanie. Stephanie has the first bingo, and it looks like Virginia has a bingo. So let's see. Stephanie has a bingo. Number 1 bingo, Virginia. Let me look up yours. Virginia, what's your last name? Let me go back up here and look. Let's see. I'm looking for Virginia. I don't show you on bingo this time. I'm double, triple checking here. I have 2 Virginias that play, but I do not see. I do not see her on here this time. Okay. Oh yeah, Sabina. Okay, I have you on here. So do you want the consolation prize, or would you like to continue on and play the next 3 bingos? Let me know. So I'm going to put consolation for now, and then let me know if you would like to continue on. I need to know before we continue with the next bingo. So just let me know what you want. Congratulations, Stephanie. Yay. A lot of times Stephanie plays and she is watching her grandbaby. So she kind of gets to half play and half watch and has to walk away and doesn't get to play. So yay, I'm glad she got to play. Woohoo, Stephanie. All right. Congratulations. All right. Card number 2. I am excited about. This one is so much fun. And I think you will like it. It is a technique I've done before. It is a fancy fold. We've got a fancy fold and a 3D. Kind of 2 fancy folds, kind of, in this bingo. So here is our card. And I've made it a little bit different than this. You want to continue on. Okay, so no consolation prize. I'm going to put continue. Okay, perfect. Thank you. You know, it's funny. You're Sabina and Virginia. I kind of had a feeling that I thought you were daughters, so I wasn't really sure. So thank you for letting me know that, Jane. I appreciate that. All right, so here is how your kit's going to look. We're going to be using the shaped heart, which is really funny. Where did the stamp set go? I had it right here. I used it on another project earlier, so let me grab it. I must have moved it over. But now I gotta find it. Where did it go? I just had it in my hand. Hold on. I might be using it for another card. I am. I'm using it on another project, so sorry about that. All right, so the heart shaped, this you could get with a $100 order. This is a celebration item, which I highly recommend because this is super, super nice. Gretchen, if you're watching this, make sure you pull your number all the way, your thing at the bottom of your video all the way through so that you're caught up with us for the next bingo because we've already finished the first bingo. Okay, so we're going to use this, and this is a fancy fold. It's a lot of fun. What you're going to notice is a couple things I changed on this. I decided to make the green with our glimmer paper because I thought it was a little more pizzazzy and pretty. Get our flowers out. So you should have 5 flowers. Okay, there's 5 flowers, 1 label, and then you're going to have these 3 pieces. All right, on the inside of the card, this is going to be a little bit different than what I'm used to doing because of the fold. Let's move all this over. All right, on the inside of the card, we are going to put the DSP down. Oh, look at this. That's probably why I was short one. Oh, no, it's not. It goes on both sides. You'll notice on my card, I did a oopsie. I think it's on the front of this one. Oh, no, it's not this card. It was another card I did. You want the grass to go up, okay? But this is going to go all the way on here. So we're going to go ahead and adhere your Shy Shamrock on here and your white piece to draw on, but you want to stamp on here first. So that is the one stamp we're going to do with Melon Mambo. All right, and you are going to ink that up, and we're just going to stamp it right off. And what's so nice about glass is it wipes right up. Yay! And then I like to bring this in, otherwise you get your watermarks on there, and I don't like that, so I wipe it up. Okay, so there's your heart. Fun, fun. And we are going to adhere this onto our Shy Shamrock. Now, on my sample, what I originally did is I used the, there's a green piece, this one right here, for the background. I had to change it up because I did some other cards in something else, and it was the other side of the green. And I did not have enough at the time because it was a pre-order item. And I wanted to have enough of it, so I had to switch it up. But look how pretty that paper is. This paper also $50, or excuse me, $60 order in Celebration, and I'm sorry, the other one was $120 and not $1 because the prices changed for Celebration, which hasn't changed in 15 years. So, yay, Stampin' Up. But they finally had to raise the price on that, which is understandable. But that is a $50 item, and it's called, I think, Bloom Impressions, and it is beautiful paper. So we're going to do that, and we are going to put this on the inside. So we're going to do this here. And you're going to notice that this is going to cover the full inside of the card. Okay, so I used pink because you're going to see it also. I mean, you're not going to see it, but because there's so much layered on it, I used the pink versus the thick white because there's so much layered on it. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we're done. Yeah, I love this set. I hope you guys like your card that I also put in your bingo set because I used this set. All right, put that in here. Oh, it's going to go edge to edge. I got to remember. So I'm going to turn it sideways so I can see it a little bit better. To the edge and to the edge. Okay, to the edge all the way. Okay, so there is that. And then, uh-oh, did I go too close to the edge? Yeah, I probably, okay, so little secret. Let's fix this. Let's see if I can get this off. And I'm going to show you. When you are doing a card like this and you're trying to do the full thing, I got to take into consideration that. So I am going to put this right up to that crease there in the fold, and then go all the way to the edge right there, which this one will go also. Then I'm going to trim that off. Because see how there's that little extra? I'd rather have extra than be short. So just bring that in. I go down just so I'm cutting, just so I'm missing the Ellen Mambo, and then take that off. And then I'm good. Then it folds perfectly fine. So start from the inside, go out and trim it if you have to. All right, then this side, same thing. This is going to go on here. And, oh, excuse me, this is going to go on here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start it from the inside. It's so funny that I create all these right before, like right after this, like I've already got 3 of my cards ready for February. I'm trying to get ahead of the game because I'm going to be leaving town. But I need to get those done. Plus I've got a lot of swaps coming up for on stage and stuff like that. And so I am ahead of the game. But then when I get to here, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. How did I do that? Okay, so I want to trim this. I'm going to use my trimmer, but the larger scissors work great also. Like I said, I go down to right where I'm going to miss my paper. Put that out. Make sure I have none at the top. I have a tiny, tiny bit. I'm going to trim it because I don't like it sticking over. I don't want to trim my Ellen Mambo, just my DSP, which is just a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to take our peach piece and we're going to put that on the top. Now you'll notice the difference. What I did here is because I did it in pink, on here I did all peach, and then I decided, oh, I want a little bit of something to see on the outside. So that's what I did, is I decided to show a little pink. I'm like, if I'm going to use that pretty pink, we might as well see it, right? All right. So let's go ahead and add that on here. Now here comes the fun part. I have a Post-it note right here. We are going to take this and we are going to put this on the corner. So you want to go 5/8 down and 5/8 in. Okay, 5/8 down, 5/8 in. You're going to put it on the corner of your card. All right, just like that. Doesn't have to be exact. All right, we are going to mark it. I am going to mark it right here. And you can do a whole line if you want. You can do not a whole line. You can leave the post-it note on, whatever you want. So I am going to do a dot right here. Okay, so when you do remove your post-it note, there's a line from here to here and here to here. And that is where we want to cut. All right, so we are going to, and now I'm nervous because I haven't done this in a while and I'm like, wait a minute, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to bring my trimmer in and I'm going to put this right here so I can see it with my glasses on. All right, and I'm going to move this over to where I can see my dots. So I can see the line right there and I can see my dot right here. So I'm going to come down to where this line is, which is right about there. And if you go under a little bit, that's fine, but I was right on it. Okay, and I'm going to go all the way down to right there. I'm going to double check it and that's good. And now I'm going to turn it. Just make sure. Did it go all the way through? Yes. Okay, we're going to come back. Make sure your dots and lines are lined up. I'm going to go right to here, which is about where it's at. And if you close it, you can see where your little blade made a little indent. And then I'm going to go up to right here. And your blade has a line right here, so you can tell that it lines up, okay? All right, so there's that. Ooh, that one didn't go all the way through. So now you can also move your paper and then this will fall right in line, right there. And I'm just going to push it in a little bit more, make sure it went through. And there, it went through, okay? Now the thing I forgot, but we can fix it now, is when you adhere your two pieces of paper here, you want to make sure that you do some extra right here. And I forgot to do that. So what I'm going to do is lift this up, because see, now you have this. So I'm just going to lift this up and I'm going to put some adhesive here and here. And I'm going to lay that down, and then I'm going to do the same here. Lift that up. So that's one thing you want to remember to do. See, another good reason we do bingo ahead of time, so you can fix the boo-boos that Marcie makes and say, oh wait, I don't want to do that what she did. Oops. And here, trying to get my adhesive to work, and then not go on the outside like I did. All right, so there we go. All right, so there's your paper. Now what we're going to do is we are going to fold this back. And what we want to do is we want to do it at a diagonal. You want your paper straight, okay? So think about this. You want it this straight and this straight. Okay, so close it up. How's that look? Just fold that back. Okay, fold it back. Make sure it's straight. If you're happy with how straight it is, you want to burnish those right there. Okay. And there's that. Now I like this popped up a little bit, so what I do is I put a dimensional. And one is perfectly fine. So I'll take and put that, well, let's put it like this and take that off. All right, so that stays down and it's popped up. If you feel the need, you can put another one here and another one here. I don't feel the need to do that. All right, now let's take our pieces here. Ooh, I want to turn the heater on. Now you can tell my hands are all light. Turn the heater off. And if my husband's painting, he's probably like, whoa, surprised he hasn't turned it down. Sorry about that. Okay, now we're going to do this. I'm going to do this in glue because it's going onto glimmer paper. at the flowers. It really doesn't matter on this because it all kind of looks the same. And this is a square, so you can just fix your flowers how you want them. Thanks, Tashana. How are you? All right, we're gonna glue our heart down. It seems like a difficult fancy fold. The thing you want to remember is, well, number one, glue it down. Number two, think about number one. Okay, so I lucked out. The white paper underneath here, I should have paid attention and done it after I did this, because you could barely see it right there, and that's my fault. I should have put that in and moved it down a little bit. That's another thing to remember, but it worked out actually pretty close, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, we're going to put our heart on here. I love glimmer paper. Any bling bling I can add to my card, sign me up. All right, we're going to go ahead and add our dimensionals on here. I like to put one in the middle when it's fairly good size. Whew, heat went off. I know I still have more painting to do, but I had to get my nails done. I was trying to hold off as long as I could. And we were supposed to paint last night, and I was thinking, okay, good, that's the last majority of the painting, other than the bathrooms, which we're going to do, but we're not in a big hurry. It'll be like a week out, probably. And I said, oh, we'll paint last night, and then I'll go get my nails done today. And we ended up not painting last night. All right, so we're going to just set this in the center. All right, we're going to take our stamp. We're going to put thank you. And I keep this on the back of my card here, just so when I want to remake that card, I have it. We're going to use this really pretty cursive thank you, and then we're going to use these flowers. So let's do our thank you, and we're going to do it in Melon Mambo. And we're going to do our thank you first. Oh, wait, I did it in black because we did the flowers. Make sure your label is turned over the right way. We're going to use black with the text. All right, let me... All right. Where is, here it is. All right, so this is from earlier. Let's pull this in. We're going to do our thank you. I like to just stamp and make sure it's looks good. Right there. All right, and then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take our Melon Mambo and our flowers, and we're going to stamp them off. So decide what you want to do. So you're going to stamp it, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and I think 3 is good. It's nice and light. You want the sentiment to be your main focus, right? 1, 2, and then I did it arched way like this. 3, and then I don't hold it on very long. And that one's even darker than the one before, which is perfectly okay. The thing you don't want to do, because I did this yesterday, I wrote something like that. Now watch this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you can't see it right here. But on the one yesterday, the text ended up in my stamping. So make sure when you're stamping off, you're aware of where you're stamping off at, because it could be that you're stamping you're stamping off on top of other ink or other colors, and it's going to pick it up. All right, so this one's perfectly okay. Let's set that over there and close this. Now, here's the decision. We are going to, let's pop this up. Let me close all this before I stick my elbow in it. We are going to pop up our flowers. with our little mini dimensionals. Now, you have pink on one side, and then you have the pink and the Melon Mambo on the other side. That's the side I chose. So you're going to notice that's the side how I cut them. But you could use the pink if you wanted. So I'm just going to do a little push in between because I like to give it a little texture, a little dimension, I should say. So just add a little pizzazz to your flowers. And now we're going to add our dimensionals to the back and just kind of angle it just right. Get it right in the center and you should be okay. All right, so there's that. Oh, we got to add our dimensionals here. Thank you, Deb. A thumbs up, you guys, would be amazing. I really appreciate it. All right, we're going to put this right in the middle. I kind of just drop it, make sure that's where I want it, and that's fine. And then I'm going to start taking these off and put them where I want them. And then I also look at the print. Like this one has way more red, so Melon Mambo. So I'm probably going to put it with this one because this one has a lot of peach. And then this one has peach, and this one's pretty much just pink. So I like to put these two together. So I'm going to put red, the Melon Mambo one in the back right here. And then I'm going to put this one towards the front right here. So we're going to put two together there. I'm going to put this one that has both colors up here. And then I'm going to put these two, one there. You want to make sure you can read the words. So just kind of put them around where you want them. If I can get the backing off. Uh-oh, there's one stuck in there. There we go. All right, and then we're going to put this one. I'm going to lift this leaf up and kind of tuck it under right there. All right, now we're going to bring our iridescent gems back in. And what I did is I just did the little, did I do the medium or the little? I did medium. The larger ones. I did the larger ones in the middle of each one. So whatever you decide, you're going to have a full package of these. So choose what you want. But I love these. It just reflects the color off so nicely. So this is card number 2. All right, there we go. Look how pretty those gems are on there. Woohoo! And there you go. So see, you've got your pretty DSP. You could also add another sentiment there if you wanted to. You've got some writing here. You can see your pink here, which, like I told you, the first one, you couldn't see it except on the binding in the back and then right here. And so I was like, oh man, this is a lot of peach, but I added the pink and I decided I liked this better to have a little bit more color and a little different pattern there that you could use for that card. Again, this is a fantastic set to use to get for free from your celebration. So don't miss out on this shaped heart. It is beautiful. I love it. Hi Tanya, how are you? We just finished card number 2, which means we're just going on to bingo number 2. So get ready. Okay, let me move these out of the way. And look how pretty that green is compared to this one. This one was the DSP, but look at that glimmer. How pretty that is. And this one was the DSP, which was pretty too. It's softer, but I really like that one. All right, let me move these out of the way. We're using that stamp set again, so I'll move that over. All right. Bingo number 2, everybody. Make sure you're on live chat. Make sure your bar is all the way to the right. Thank you guys so much for the thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. So remember, 5/8 inch down, 5/8 inch over, and you're good to go. And put that little extra adhesive underneath your DSP right in that top area. All right, number 17. Good luck. We're going to go a little fast at the beginning. Oh, look at me, 2 numbers. I'm going to give you both of them. Number 30 and number 6. Also, one of the rules is if you've already won bingo once, you can only win once a night. So there's only, for example, Stephanie may be watching for the rest of the night and chatting and hanging out, but she cannot win again. But Virginia, who decided to not get the consolation prize and continue on playing, she can continue playing. Thank you for sharing, Kathy. I appreciate that. Lots of bees. All right, number 13. Number 9. Gretchen has a BI already. Angelique has a BI. Ooh, BIN for Gretchen. Number 21. Thank you, everybody that's already signed up for bingo. I appreciate that. Anna has a BIN already. Number 5. If you like the storybook suite, that is our next card. And it's kind of a fancy fold, maybe-ish. You guys will have to let me know if you consider it a fancy fold. Seal has BING already. Number 25. Robin has a BIN. Crystal, Beverly. Number 26. Number 4. Virginia has a BIN. Lots of BIs. Number 14. Number 16. Number 29. Let's see, BIN with Virginia, Kathy, Carolina, Ellen, Rose, lots of BIN. Ooh, Carolina has a BING now. 22. Ooh, Carol with a BING. Number 11. Ooh, a couple BINGs. Number 3. Babes on with a BING. Robin. Make sure you guys have that. Oh, ooh, Ellen has a bingo. Let's take a look. All right, Ellen, let's see. Let me find it. Ellen. Ellen, 25, 30, 14, let's see, 30, 14, 11, and 29. Congratulations, Ellen. And Carol has a bingo. Let's look at Carol. For consolation, Carol has 3, 9, 13, 16, and 30. Yay, Carol. So Carol, do you want to continue on, or would you like a consolation prize? So let's see, consolation number 2. So let me know. And Ellen is number 1. Number 2 bingo winner. Yay, congratulations. So Carol, just let me know which you would prefer. Do you want the consolation prize or you want to play on? Okay. All right, continue on. Perfect. Congratulations. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. All right, so who has the storybook Gardens or the Storybook Friends set? Because that is what we're going to play with today. Good job, you guys. Congratulations. All right. Card number 3. Now, everybody is going, you know that there's ephemera pieces in this package, right? So you know that not everybody's going to have the same exact kit, but I'll explain it when I get there. So Storybook Friends, I also am using Grow with Love. Okay. So we have some dies. This is a bundle with the Storybook Garden, which is right here, which I brought it out to show you. I didn't use this part, but there's lots of pieces that you could use to go with the Storybook Friends, which is the whole bundle, which works out really nicely. But the Grow with Love has a cute seed package with it, with a front and some labels. So a really great set that I also played with this. All right, and then we're going to use the arches. So I used a lot of different things with this. And then, of course, the Storybook Friends. So I'm going to show you what we're going to use. So here is our card. And so what I did is I used the little seed pouch, but I used it like as a gift card holder for the front. So it's not necessarily a fancy fold, but kind of fun that you could do something different. You could close it if you want. It gives you the little option with the little circles right here that you can add onto it for your little string to close it if you choose. I chose to put the label on the front, which is this die right here. And then I used the stamp set, which is this right here. If you don't have this set, I'm giving you this label. You can always take a black Sharpie marker or our Stampin' Right marker and just draw lines on it. They did one that's a square, all the way, a rectangle, all the way around, and then a larger rectangle that kind of came in and did like a swoop notch kind of thing. And then they just put a little dot on the inside right there on the corners. So you can always draw on it if you want. So it's whatever you decide to choose. Then I thought I wanted to use some fun background. So I'm going to give you an arch. And the one thing you need to know is I attached the arch to the background, then I embossed it. So I used the eyelet embossing folder, but you can use whatever embossing folder you have. But you want to attach them first. Obviously, this is not popped up. It's glued directly on. You want to attach it first. So let's do that. I forgot to pull out my embossing folder, but I'll do that right now. Be careful, this one has different embellishments. I used the antique pearl embellishments on this one. You'll notice too in the description below, I added what I used for our products, and on a lot of these I put the bundle or the suite in it, so you know that it comes with a bundle or a suite, and then that way you can use what you want. So you've got your bow and your ribbon. So your characters are what's going to be different. You may have the little bunny holding the radish, and then you might have little radishes. Or you might have the little planter set with the 6 little plants in it. And you might have this guy, you might have another little bunny. So I tried to give you a character and something. So I should have Fussy cut this out ahead of time. So let me do that really quickly. All right, so let's just quickly, and you're going to have to do this itty bitty bit of fussy cutting, because you doing one versus me doing multiple is a lot faster. And you can do as quick or as fast to reconnect it. So it's just, I don't know what's going on. It's never done that so much as it has tonight. It's weird. Now I'm hoping my husband isn't unplugging our internet thing out front, which I'm sure he wouldn't because he knows I'm online, to paint around the outlet or whatever. I'm going to just go like this. You don't have to get too crazy with your embossing. Okay, so there we go. There's our little pumpkin. There's our little guy. The other thing that's going to be different is your arch is going to be maybe a different paper, and this may be a different paper. So it just depends on what you got. I also gave you an envelope because when Stampin' Up got rid of their vanilla, I did buy a bunch of vanilla envelopes and the thick cardstock. So you will have the thick. We can't get that any longer. So you can use regular thick, regular vanilla, but I chose the thick. And then you have a long piece for the inside or whatever I gave you. We're going to try and stamp this with that because I have it. I'm going to pull out my embossing folder first so I don't forget to emboss. So I'm going to use my seal as soon as I can find it. What did I do with it? Oh, it's right here in front of me. So we're going to do our image here. And I'm going to attach it here. And it's going to be towards the bottom. It pretty much is going to perfectly show up. You'll have a little bit on each side, a little bit top and bottom. Okay. And so I'm going to get out my eyelet because that's what I used originally. But whichever one you choose, I just happen to really like the eyelet. And so now I'm just going to put that in here. And it just gives both of it. And so whatever you have, the weave would look good. There's a lot of embossing folders that would look great with this. So it really doesn't matter. Pick out your pattern. And voila. Then we have that. Okay. Now, let's skip over this and go to the inside and get this out of the way, because you know how I like to do that. I don't like to, because then I go, oh look, a scratch piece of paper, I could use it to write on. And I don't. I don't know why, but I like white paper on the inside, even if I'm using the vanilla paper. I like to put the white for writing. I don't know why. I like the technique attaching then embossing. Who would have thought? Oh, I thought you had a question. Yeah, I like to do that because then I can do them both. If I would have embossed them for you, I could have laid this on top of the paper to emboss it and then embossed it together. But if it would have moved or anything, it's not going to line up, and then you're going to glue it on there, and then it might be wonky. So I always like to adhere it, then emboss it. I'm going to use liquid No reason. It's just faster, I think, sometimes for video. I folded. Did you see me? I laid it down. So what I like to do is lay it down on the paper before I put adhesive on it. And then I fold it up right here just so I know the glue just needs to go to that point. And then this one is probably a tiny bit over because that's usually what I try to do, is a little tiny bit over, so that number one, you have a place to hold it. Number two, I mean, it depends on what scraps I have and what I'm using. And if it's a scrap. All right, so there's that. Then I can cut it and you don't have to cut glue, which is nice. And then we will adhere this together. Again, before you start a card, when you get your bingo kit, if you want measurements or anything, just take them and lay them down and measure them, write them down, whatever. That's the best way. If I sat here and gave measurements all night, it would take us forever. And bingo's a long enough video. So for those of you that get the kit, just make sure you write them down before you start adhering and whatever. It makes it easier. I started doing, when I did my new class for the birthday set, I took a tablet and I started writing down all of my measurements on what I'm working on, because I ended up doing all fancy folds, so I wanted to make sure I had all my measurements down. Now, when you look at this ribbon, you know, it's kind of like, I think one of the edges is more shiny, but it could just be me. I don't know. It feels the same. I don't think there's a positive and a negative, but because my fold is right there, I'm going to do it this way. Not that it matters because I'm gluing right on top of it. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to adhere my pouch here first, my little seed packet. Decide which way you want it. I wanted just a little bit of the blue to show because there's not blue on here, versus if I would have done it this way, that'd be a lot of blue and a little green. So I decided to do it this way. You do it whatever you want. I also put the bottom in first and then did that. And I realized that that's not how seed packets are. So I'm going to run my seal down the side here and adhere this. And then I'm going to use glue just on the end and fold it up, because that's really what a seed packet looks like. I did it opposite here, realized that's not what a seed packet looks like. All right, so think about where that's going to go. It's going to go right about there, right? So think about where you want this, and I'm going to do it. If I have this line at the bottom, so I know I'm a little off screen down here, but I'm going to kind of just figure out where I want it on my line. That way, what I'm going to do is turn it over, and I know that I want it to go to line 28 is where I want my adhesive, my ribbon to go. So I'm going to put my adhesive like that. Remember, this is going to go flat down. It's not popped up. So I'm going to go like this, 28. I'm just going to go like that. I'm going to put this aligned at the bottom. I'm going to put my ribbon right here at 28 where I wanted it. And I'm going to come across, and here I just kind of eyeball it. And as long as it seems like it looks straight to me, I'm good with that. And then I always take adhesive and I go back over. I just don't want that ribbon coming up. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to continue on here, but I'm also going to put liquid, which is what I normally do on an embossing folder. But for video purposes, I don't mind adding some seal because it's fast. But I'm going to put some liquid on here. My liquid is probably clogged a little bit, so let me clean that. And then I take my needle and I just put it back through a little bit. It's probably just because it's been sitting here. I just make sure I get any clogs out of there. There we go. So I can add a little bit of adhesive. Where are the arches dies found? Oh, they are right here. They are called Everyday Arches 164629, and it is part of a bundle. There is a link below, and it is, I think it comes with a stamp set too, which is really cool because I think the words curve is pretty cool. All right. And yeah, the plaid paper, it's also listed below. The plaid paper is awesome for masculine cards. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this down now. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and add our pouch right about there. We can add that now. I didn't do the flap. I just do the card base, and then just kind of grab it, and as long as I put this right inside the arch, it actually fits really well right here, and then that just kind of goes over a tad. All right, now I'm going to try and stamp this in black, and we're going to do it with this. Now there's a couple ways you can do it. You can ink your stamp, then take this and get it to go down. So let me see. I'm going to go corner to corner, and it gives me a little extra room. So I'm just eyeballing it here. So that's a corner that gives me extra. So if I just come up a little, or if I go down like this and do the best I can, which that seems impossible. Obviously, if you have the set of Grow with Love, I would do that, or use a pen and fill it in. So let's just do this. We're going to try it this way. Let's see how it works. If it's a little off, I'm not going to be afraid. We're going to go to the edges and then go up just a tiny bit. So I'm looking at these corners right here, and I'm going to go up a tiny bit and then drop it. Let's just hope that it's okay. All right. And then lift it up. Okay, so it's a little smudgy down here, but this is what you get when I'm trying to die cut out for you. Now, like I said, if you turn it over, and if you have the set, it's fine. And that's the hard part about doing bingo, is trying to find stuff that you have on hand and, you know, letting you know how to do it. But if you have the marker, yeah, this is black, and you have your tip, you could just go, you know, you could use a roller, first of all. Let me find a good roller. And you could go side to side. So this one, you would go corner to corner. So let's just pretend. And I'm not going to be exact, but you'll get the idea of what I mean. Go corner to corner. So if you don't have this stamp set and you want to make this look cute. All right, corner to corner, corner to corner. And I'm not doing it exactly straight. You could hand do this if you wanted to. And I'm not doing it slowing down like I went over that way. That's okay. And it's probably not exactly straight. You guys can make it look nice and straight. Okay, so right here what I would do is go like this. I mean, you could draw the whole thing if you wanted to, just to give it a little bit of, and I'm doing it very fast, so. And now just kind of do your line. Again, I'm just going right over what I shouldn't, doing it fast, but you get the idea. So if you wanted to, you could just draw your own cute little lines. Okay, so the inside middle tips, you're going to do one rectangle. The outside one, all you do is curve your corners. And then they did a dot. A dot. A dot, a dot. Now this is very fast and sloppy, but you get the idea. Okay, so you can make it look like the stamp, except mine's off now because I did it, you know, I tried to line it up. So, but I wanted to give this to you just in case. I mean, it's a cute little label on the front, and if you wanted to, you could just do a rectangle and put it on there. It doesn't matter, and decorate it however you want. All right, so we're going to do this. And I am going to put our bunny on here. Let's do our thanks so much. I did this. Now, what did I do that in? I'm guessing that does not look like black. I'm going to use early espresso because I'm not really sure what I did. No, I'm going to use, I bet you it was pecan pie. But it looks like a different color because it's on vanilla. But I don't know what that is, to be totally honest. It's not black. So it's either, I'm going to do early espresso. I think it's early espresso. And if it's not, it's okay. I like it anyway. So we're going to go early espresso. And we could just stamp a scrap if I had one to find out what color it is. Which I do. Yep, early espresso. So we're going to do that in the upper right corner. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to just add our little characters on there. Oh, it could have been Pebbled Path. It could have been, but I think it's early espresso. But it's whatever you want it to be. All right, so now we're going to put our little bunny on there. Let's put him. So whatever little character you have, if they're facing one way or the other, it doesn't really matter. They're just so cute to put on this little card. So it's kind of fun because it's a little bit of a, I don't know. I mean, I say it's kind of a fancy fold, but kind of not. It's just because it's got that little gift card holder on the front. And I'm going to put this, my little pumpkin on here. So you might have radishes or you might have a cabbage. So there might be a bunny holding a cabbage. And then there's another little cabbage. I mean, there's all kinds. I just try to match them up the best I could. I'm going to put this behind his foot, the pumpkin behind his foot, with the little curly in front. We are going to add our dimensionals here. I know you do, Anna. And put that here. It's funny, when I did the paper shear, I accidentally ordered way too many of this paper pack. But it is what it is. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to put this on our little seed pack. Remember, cute little gift card. We're going to add our ribbon. And you can clean up your ribbon a little bit because some of these fray in transit. All right, we're going to add our ribbon. Oh, I'm trying to, if I missed any questions, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look back. Likes to emboss both the matte and the DSP layers. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that. Where are the arches? Just wanted to say hi. Hi, Linda. Oh, I miss you too. I hope all is well. Oh, see, I put it this way, but I think I'm going to take it off and do it like I did on the other one, and I did it towards the bunny. Okay, and you can make those shorter if you want, whatever. Pull them down a little bit, away from him. Whatever works for you. And then we're going to take our pearls here, our antique pearls, which I love. And I'm going to put a large one over. Uh-oh, I picked up two. These were a stinker too to put on this little acetate because I have to take them off because you get a section like this of big, medium, and small. Well, when you need to put three, and I try to put them on the acetate for you guys, sometimes it's just a little tricky. All right, I'm going to put the small one up here. And I'm going to put the medium one over here. And I try to put it on the flatter part of the of the embossed, so you can see it. There you go. So that's this little guy. I happened to, in my pack that I grabbed, was the same one, and that was non-intentional. It just happened to be that it was the same one. So anyway, there you go. Cute little gift card. So I'll put that in there. Another reason to put your flap on the outside is if it's on the inside, your gift card might go in and get stuck. It happens not to be doing that, but if it happens to go down and get stuck on that flap that's on the inside, that's why. So put it on the outside, which is why that's how a seed pack is anyway. But you don't want your acetate paper on your card. Anyway, there you go. That is card number 2. or 3, and you're going to get your envelope with it too. So I gave you an envelope. If it's an odd size or if it is a different color or something, I try to provide an envelope if possible. So there is that. There's your card. Super cute. That is card number 3. Yay! Look how fast that one was. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like it. All right. So let's go with a drink and bingo. All right, everybody. Good luck. Ooh, all we have is a 3D project left. And it is super cute. I'm glad you guys liked it. All right, number 17. Number 17. Number 13. Again, make sure you're on live chat. Make sure your bar below is all the way pulled to the right so that you can be current with us in our creating and us especially playing bingo. You want to make sure you are in the caught up with our bingo playing. You do bingos, I'll go get coffee. Good idea. One more left for you. I know it's super late for you. I appreciate you watching. Number 19. Grab me a coffee. I got coffee today at Starbucks. I was had one more of my gift cards for Christmas for a Starbucks, so I had to go out today and well, I got my nails done and I had to return something to the UPS store, and I said, ooh, I am gonna go use my last gift card that I got, number 30, and got a coffee. And then I got so busy, I got to pick up Grayson today. And I got so busy, it sat here and got all watery. So, guess I'll have to go again. Number 18. He was like, Ani, why are you picking me up today? He knew that his little brother, he goes, I want to go see Brewer. Number 28. He loves his little brother. I want to go see Brewer. I said, he's at the doctor's. Oh, yeah. Can we go to the doctor's and see him? Number 8. He goes, I think he wants me to go to the doctor with him. He is going to be a good big brother. Oops. 21. All right. Gretchen has B-I-N already. Lots of B-I's, lots of B's. Number 14. It seems like I don't have a lag like I normally do. It seems like it's pretty well keeping up, which is funny because I also have closed captions on, and it seems like it's going much faster. Usually there's quite the lag. Number 20. And maybe because I refreshed and went out and came back in and also did chat and pulled my bar forward. Number 1. So maybe that's why it seems like I'm caught up. Yay! Rose has a B-I-N. Dolores has B-I-N. Number 15. Angelique, B-I-N. Jane, number 7. Mary and Glenetta. Oh, B-I-N-G from Gretchen. Number 6. Remember, we have to pay attention to the flowers at the bottom for 9s and 6s. So I made that mistake once. Number 3. Angelique has B-I-N-G and Dolores. Ooh, we got a few of you. Okay, let's shake, shake. Next number is 23. Number 23. Rose has a B-I-N-G. All right, the next number. Oh, Gretchen has a bingo. Let's take a look. Gretchen. All right, Gretchen has 1, 16. Oh, no, that's not 16. That's a 6. 6, 17, 18, and 30. Congratulations, Gretchen. Yay. Okay, so Gretchen gets bingo number 3. And then I just saw somebody, Barb. Barb. Let me find your name. So you have 3, 6, 7, 23, and 14. Okay, so Barb, you have a consolation. You do not. Let's see. Yes, this is bingo number 3. Do you want the consolation gift, or would you like the to continue for the next bingo and see if you can win that one? Let me know. Consolation number 3, and just let me know what you want. Congratulations to both of you. Yay! All right, so we're just waiting to hear from Barb to see what she wants, and we're going to go on to our 4th project. Congratulations to both of you. Yay. Barb's thinking, what do I want to do? You want to continue on. Okay. All right, so continue on. All right, gotcha. All right. Project number 4. I'm super excited. I actually got this 3D project from Anna. And Anna, I believe, got it from Scrapping Mommy. Let me show you what I sent to my team members, because that is what we're doing. And I had one here to show. Uh-oh, that is not what I showed. So I'm going to show you, I meant to pull one out so I can show you guys what I sent to my team members. So this is what I sent to my team members, and they got a beautiful pen inside with refills, and it is a dragonfly pen, which looks like the one I use, which here's the dragonfly, which is our team, and it's a Pen's Gem. But the box is what I created, and Anna was so kind to send me a box with a pen in it. And so I decided that I was going to recreate the box, and she gave me the directions, and that is what I came up with. So this is what we're going to create. Isn't that cute? Sorry, there's no pen, but you can put chocolates inside. You can put all kinds of different things in this. So it's super cute and such an easy box. So I'm going to show you, this is what your kit looks like. Okay, you have 2 different pieces in here. Let me pull out what I need. We are going to use, of course, the paper from the Bloom's Bloom Impressions, I think it is, that DSP again that I love so much. We are going to use our sentiment. I'm using You're a Great Friend right here. Okay, so we're going to use that, and that's from the mixed labels. The label I used is from, oh, I went and looked at it. I had it on my other desk. Oh, I listed it below. Gosh darn it. Hold on a second. I'll tell you where the label's from. It's over here in another bucket that I'm doing something with, but I got to remember where it came from. I think it's the Mixed Labels die set. Oh no, it's Something Fancy. I listed it below. It's Something Fancy, so it's this die right here. Okay, under Something Fancy. So that's where I got that from. So you're going to receive this. Okay, now a secret that Anna told me. This white paper, and I did this on purpose because I wanted you to see to use what you have. So on the back of your white paper, that you get when you do your DSP. So for example, here's our Bloom Impressions paper. This white sheet right here is what I used. So it's kind of waxy, okay? And if you cut it, you want to cut it this way, okay? So that you can use this piece here, all right? But be aware of how you score it. Like this one I'm using, it's scored wrong, but there's only a little mark right here and here, which is on the tab. So you don't have to worry about that, okay? Because that's going to be on the inside. So you just have this, not a big deal. So I'm going to show you my template here. So I'm going to show you this, okay? So what you want to do is you want to cut the blue lines. You're going to cut straight up. Oh, let me clean my scissors here a little bit. All right, so we're going to cut straight up. Sorry, I got to put glasses on. I'm telling you, I'm supposed to not be wearing glasses. I wear contact lenses, but when I do detail stuff. All right, so we're going to cut and cut. So cut them all straight up, okay? Turn it. Now this is the kind of thing I'm telling you, you want to, when you get it in the mail, put it down and measure it. Measure your score lines. You're going to be perfect. It's super simple. Okay? All of them, okay? We just did all of them, right? Now you're going to go and wedge the little ones, okay? You just need to wedge the little ones. Wedge and wedge. Wedge. That one came out wonky because it went over the old one. And then wedge. Wedge and wedge. And if you don't get all the way up, just pull them off. It's no big deal. All right, so again, here's your little template. All right, see, you're almost taking all that writing off anyway. Wedge and wedge. But normally I would do that to where it's in the inside. This one just happens to be on the outside. It was scored wrong, but that's okay. And you're going to get them like that, and you're going to, you can hardly tell. You're going to have that little tiny line right there. And that. Okay? So there you go. Easy peasy. All right. Now we are going to score it or burnish it. Each line. All right, and now what I do is I just do this like this. Make sure they're on the line. Burnish it. You don't have to do it like super aggressively. It scores and burnishes really well. Okay, so there's that. All right, let me grab. I use my 3/4 inch circle. So once you put your paper on, you're going to need to do the circle. I'm going to put this on the inside. So my inside of my box, you can put your box together ahead of time or after the fact. That you want to, after you put your DSP on, whichever way you want. I'm going to do my box first, and then I'll put my DSP on. That way I can see my edges. That's what I like. All right, so take everything out. You're going to have 3 flowers. You're going to get the leaves. So these came from here. Here's your, oh wait, I take that back. 3 flowers here. And then I did 1 of each of these. Okay, again, using this set. And then the sentiment again came from Mixed Labels, You're a Great Friend. All right, so here's, get that out of the way. All right, so let's do our stamping here of our sentiment. I used Melon Mambo again. All right, we're going to use For a Great Friend. Oops, let's do it right way. And if you look at For and Friend and make sure it's semi in the middle, you'll be good. Oops. All right, so we'll put those aside. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take my tablet here. I'm going to turn this over, and we are going to take our flowers and color them. And I'm trying to think of what I did use. Let me grab my markers here. I used light petal pink, I believe. Now I'm going by memory again. Light petal pink. And you're just going to go over your flowers. Okay. And it's whatever colors you want. If you want to leave them with just this, you can. And I kind of decided what I was going to do is do it a little bit kind of like the other paper that had the melon mambo and the petal pink or peach color. Okay, so you can do that. And then you can also take a pink, and what I did is I held this and then I just kind of went over it lightly. Just what was left on my brush. And I just kind of went over it. See the difference? How it just adds a little bit more color to it. And then add a little bit of color. So now it's kind of a soft petal pink kind of color. All right, so those are good. And now I'm going to adhere these. So you're going to put, this is your bottom. So I'm going to do my bottom first. So I don't do my top. I do bend it back to kind of keep it out of the way. And I like to put this together and make sure that you don't see that you wedged those enough. And I did. So I'm going to go ahead and put liquid. My liquid glue. I like liquid with 3D projects because it holds really well. And I like to hold it there and then just put it together. As long as I can feel the box edges on the sides of my fingers, then I know it's, you know, nice and squared, instead of, you know, the insides being in too much or something. Just kind of hold it for a second. And then I'm going to turn this one and do the same over here. And I should have checked them first to make sure they were wedged enough, but I think they're fine. All right, so there's that. And then this one goes on the inside. Okay, so we're going to do that. This is such a great and easy box. All right, we're going to do this one. All right. So while those dry, we're going to think about the front of our box. So here are our papers. So lay them out how you want them. I'm going to do the dark on the right side. So I'm going to put this on this side because it's got that dark part, and then this on the front. And it really doesn't matter, except I like that they're both right there. And so we can close this. We have one more thing to do with the box, but I'm going to wait until this dries pretty good. And then we'll finish up our box project. And you'll notice that I made a mistake. I was going to put this on this side so that it's inside when I close the box, but that's okay. All right. So I like to use liquid. But look how pretty the other side is too. So choose the side you want. And this would be really a great box to turn into a Valentine. Put in some chocolates. Oh, I don't have any. I had some of the cordial, what are they? Cordial cherry kisses. They're very yummy. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do two things actually with the box. Still. All right, we're going to put this on the front here. See, by doing your box first, I like it because then you can see all your edges to know that that's in the middle. Whereas when it's open, it's a little harder to see. All right, we're going to do the back. Again, I put the darker towards the right. Doesn't really matter, but to me it just seems like it goes well that way, that it's all flowing the same way. And some of your pieces may not have the darker on it. It just depends on where you got it cut from the paper. All right, now we're going to open this. All right, and we're going to do this one. Did you see how fast and easy this box went together? And how impressed will people be? This would be a very cute little co-worker gift, or to put a necklace in, or candies. So I just kind of move it till I get it right where I want it. Oops, I need it to go this way a little bit. All right, so there's that. And now right here, and I just kind of gauge the center. If you wanted to, get your ruler, which I don't know what, oh, here it is. You can get your ruler and figure out that, okay, this is almost 5 3/4, so 5 is 2.5, and 3/4 is 5/8. So 2.5 plus 5/8. Oh, that doesn't seem right. See, 3 would be half minus, so right about here is the center. So I did 6 would be 3, and then it's like an 1/8 off, so I went down just a little bit to the left. It doesn't have to be exact. And then take your, I did 3/4 inches, and then I just do a circle, and this is the thing you should have done. Again, Marcie, I did it again, same thing I did before, that you don't know, but I did. Don't glue it first. You want to not glue it first so that it's easier to hole punch. Yay me. All right. The other thing you want to do is you want to use your scissors and cut from the front to the back. So you're going to cut from here. It's easier with the larger scissors, to me anyway. You're going to cut from the front to the back, or you can cut from the back to the front. But I push this back. And then I do from the front to the back. So start at the front and then put your scissors to the back. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then from the front to the back. And just move your scissors up to the back. Okay, so that your box will close nice and easily. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, pengem.com. All right, so there's that. We're going to put our bow on first because we know where our bow is going to go. It's going to go on the top left. So put your bow right here. Okay, then we're going to pop up the sentiment. So let's put our dimensionals. Right there. I'm going to put one in the middle also. Okay, we are going to put that about there. We're going to take our leaf and we're going to take our small one and it's going to go right on the corner, right to here to the corner. So let's go ahead and add that. I just grab it by a little tiny leaf here and okay. And then go up to the corner. And then this one, I just kind of lay it right about there. Think about where your sentiment's going to go. You don't want that hanging out there, or this one. So I kind of do it like that to where this covers up both of those. So put them fairly close together at the end down there. All right, so use your little leaves, and I'm going to put it right about, move that tail right about there. You want to keep it on your box. Okay, now let's go ahead and pop this up. And then we're also going to do something else a little bit different, which you've seen me do before. Ooh. All right, we're going to cover. I want this leaf to poke out, so I'm going to push it down and hold it, and then put my dimensionals on so that'll stay where I want it. We're going to take our flowers and use our pokey tool again to add Look how my nails are changing now. I couldn't get in the site. Pen Gems. Try an S behind that. pengems.com. Look at these are warm and these are cold. All right. So there's that. Now what I did is I take the little dimensionals and I put on the flowers. I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to put one right here. And I'm going to put one over here. All right, now you're going to take your gems that you got. Let's see if I have these. And you're going to take your Melon Mambo alcohol marker, and I did the large ones, so do 3. So here's 1, 2, 3. I just kind of pull them aside, and then I'm going to color those Melon Mambo. You can still see the really pretty shine and the iridescent through them, but it just kind of ties it all together. All right, so we'll let that dry a second. All right, let me just cut those off while they're drying. The alcohol shouldn't take too long. All right, now we're going to pick these up and put them on your flowers. Remember, they're probably dry on the gems, but on your acetate, it's probably not yet because it's, you know, it's wet and it's probably, you know, if you stick your finger in it, it's probably going to be wet. So be careful. You don't want to get that on your project right there. See how it's still wet right there. All right. And there you go. Look how cute. And then I had bought some of this, this iridescent raffia, whatever you want to call it, crinkle paper. And I just put a little bit in each box. You don't want to put too much. The pens come with a refill. Oh, let's see. Pen Gem. Yeah, I don't remember it having an S, but yes, Pen Gems. gems.com. Okay, and it fits in there perfectly. Well, it did a second ago until you get the crinkle paper above it. There you go. And then there you go. So this is what I made them, my team members, part of their gift. But this one you can turn into a Valentine box, put little treats in it. You could do a window if you wanted and add acetate to add, to do different things. So there's lots of things you could do with that. So super cute for a project number 4. Look how different, because this is just the different shades of the paper, because it's like an ombre kind of paper. And so some are darker, some are lighter, but turning it over will blend in with these flowers. And if you can see, you've got the petal pink and the pink to it. Use whatever pink's on your brush, but make sure that you kind of wipe it off if you just used it, because it's going to be pretty dark. Yes, exactly. Great for a bracelet. All kinds of little things that you can put in here. So super cute. So there you go. That's your 3D project that we did. So let me show you all 3 projects real quick for those that might have to go before we start our last bingo. This is number 4. This one is number 3. This one was number 2. And this one was number 1. So those were the projects for bingo for January. It was so much fun. And I cannot tell you how excited I am to do the birthday class that I've listed below, the Wildflower Birthday. All will be fancy fold projects. And that is open for registration now. And that link is below. And I only make a certain amount because it takes me quite a while to get all of my products all cut and everything. So I tend to have to cut them off so I can get things done. So, all right, let's go on to our last bingo. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you, Mary Jo. I appreciate it. Thanks, Deb. All right, let's go. Good luck, everybody. First number is 24. Number 24. Number 26. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, Anika. I know it's the middle of the night for you. I appreciate it. Thanks, Anna. Number 13. Like I said, I already have February's bingo. 3 cards already done. So I hope you'll join me for bingo next month. Number 10. Thank you guys all so much for the thumbs up too. I really do appreciate that. It helps my YouTube channel a lot. Don't forget to subscribe. You'll get notified when I am on live. I have a super cute card ready for you for Sunday. Number 17. I'm really excited about how quickly Facebook is catching up to, because usually when I do closed captions, it's got this really long lag. Number 9. I hope that those that are new, and this is your first time playing bingo, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you, Mary. Number 19. Look at us. It's before 8 o'clock. Woohoo! Number 28. Ooh, Grace has B-I-N-G already. Number 14. Is a wildflower and the bingo the same thing for February? No, Marilyn. The wildflower birthday class is completely separate. It's a private video for only those that take the class. And you get kits and stuff like bingo, but it's all the same stuff. If you buy the suite from me, then the class can be free, but you still have to register. So don't forget to register. Number 12, because that's how I keep track of who's taken the class. But there's a note on there that says that you can put that I already have the suite, or I'll get the suite from you, or whatever, which is why I know you haven't paid. And then once you buy it, then I go and mark you as paid. Number 3 was last. Number 5. Lots of BINs coming up. Ooh, BING from Mary Jo. Ooh, and Cheryl. Oh, Grace says she has bingo. Let's take a look. Grace. All right, Grace, what is your last name? Because all of a sudden, I am not seeing Grace. Double checking. Oh, I knew that. I knew that. Let's see. Here you are. Okay, number 5. Number 9. Number 19. 24 and 28. Congratulations. Yay. All right, number 4 winner. All right, it looks like that was the only one. Do you have a link for the pen? Sherry, yes, it is Pen Gems with an S. Here, I'll type it right here. That is it. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing bingo. It was so much fun. Congratulations to everybody. I'm glad you guys liked the pin box. Yay. Let me know what your favorite project was. Yay. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys had fun. I love bingo. I love when new people play and have so much fun. And, oh, Cheryl also got bingo. Oh, let me look. Wait. I missed it. Cheryl. Okay, let me see. Oh, Cheryl Medeco. Okay, let me check. Good thing I didn't clean up the numbers yet. M 3, 5, 9, 19, and 24. Let's see. Number 4. Okay, so you get a consolation prize, Cheryl. Yay! Thank you so much, Marcie. You are... Oh, you're welcome, Gretchen. Card number 1. Storybook. You guys are so welcome. Okay, so Cheryl, I will send you a consolation. Let me circle your name here so I don't forget it, because it's already in the package. So I don't want to forget that. I signed up for the Wildflower birthday. Oh, you're going to love it. Now I have to sign up for bingo. Okay. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you guys liked them. So yeah, I cannot tell you enough how much you should sign up for the Wildflower birthday. It is going to be a great class. You're pretty much, I'm going to provide all the DSP and all the ephemera pieces. And I did 3D on, not 3D, fancy fold on all of them. And one of them I've only done before. So the other ones I have not. When is February bingo? February bingo is the 19th of February. It's at 5 o'clock. Oh, thank you, Angelique. I appreciate that. And remember, bingo is the same price as a class. So you're still going to get 4 projects. You're going to get a video link. You're going to get, you just don't get a PDF because you're going to get the projects in hand. My card classes are usually a little more detailed, a little bit more technique in them, and maybe a fancy fold or a 3D item or something. And so you are going to get a little more out of the class, and it's a private, so not everybody can do it. The video won't be out there. Also, you can do it at your own leisure, and you can obviously ask me any questions. Carol, I am looking for you. I'm sure. Carol, I just received February bingo. Yes, it came through. It did. Grow with love and delightful wishes. Oh, you liked both of those. Yeah, those are great. Oh, thanks, you guys. So, again, the Wildflower birthday class, I don't even have all 3D projects on here. I mean, all fancy fold. It just says 4 fun projects because I didn't know at the time. It just so happened that this set is fantastic, and I ended up doing all fancy fold. So now it's time for me to start prepping for this class. Now that I finished them all, and get those ready to go. Let's see. I think that's about it. If you purchase the suite from me, the class is free, but please don't forget you still need to register. There's a link below. Also on my blog, at the top it says classes, bingo, and paper share. When you hover over that and click down on the link, it takes you to the page where you can purchase any of them. If you just add to cart, you're just paying for them. Please click on the language below the picture because that takes you into the registration form. That is what gives me your information, letting me know that you might have moved. I need your address update. If you just pay, it's your old address, whatever your old address I have on file, if I have it on file. So keep that in mind. And also when you register, it helps me because your email is right there. So when I email your link to you for the PDF and the video link and stuff, I don't have to go search your email address. So that helps me out too. Anyway, that being said, the class should be shipped out February 15th or by then. I just have to get it all prepped and sent out. So I will announce that it's being shipped so that you know it's on its way. And I should have your email in with the shipping so you get notified when it's being shipped. All right, everybody, I think that's it. Have a fantastic rest of your week. I will see you on Sunday for a fun new project. And thank you so much for playing bingo, or thank you for watching. I hope you'll join us next time. See you guys on Sunday. Bye, everybody.